Hello everyone, welcome back to the next episode of... Welcome back to 999. I'm sorry, I'm out of it. It's 3 hours until bed for me, and this entire game is winding down at a pace that I still can't believe there's this much left to do, but I am excited to find out whatever in the world is happening. Has it been 15 seconds yet? I don't know, but according to YouTube... You're not allowed any fun anymore. None. Zip. Nada. It's great. So in this episode, we might finish, we might not. I don't know. I can already tell that there's probably going to be desync in this because I'm still using the Mac, and the Mac version of Elgato is kind of and I'd rather just use OBS. But OBS on a Mac is... because they don't even allow drivers for the Elgato the capture card Elgato that I have. So it's just once the move happens, everything from my Mac is being transferred. I will probably get an external hard drive for the PC to make it bigger because it's only like 500 gigabytes, and then the fun can start.
It would seem so. But we are yet to be out of danger.
And that's bad.
You're right. Let's hurry.
Let's not. Or I could just buy a new Mac. We'll see.
Hey,
yeah! We're doing it! We're getting out!
Yeah, I know.
Use the card.
Alright. It's open. Let's go.
Let's not go. I don't know what's about to happen. Well, Red may just streaming Lufia too. I'm sorry, Moses, but I'm recording. This is why everybody's schedule's being off stupid.
Yes! I think it unlocked.
I think we've used every key now, which means we are truly in the home stretch. Oh, it begins. Tell me I've hit another point in the flowchart. No! I'm no longer outside the study, I'm outside the library again, guys.
So this is the incinerator.
So this is where the fun happened 9 years ago, huh?
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door. Yeah, right here.
Yeah! Lever!
And the door should open.
And Santa and June will be on the other side, just smoking blunts with each other. Just blazing.
Let's go.
Yeah! Possibly go around. Besides us being stuck. Oh, yes!
What the hell is going on?
Ace probably drugged them.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Ace.
Jumpy, you came to get me.
Yes, Akane. I did.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
And then she stabs me in the fucking neck with a needle.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine.
Do you think the reason... Oh my god, I just thought about that. The reason why she's sick all the time and she's got the problems is because she was stuck in the incinerator. She might not have died in the incinerator, but she probably has lung problems now.
I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good.
You never feel any good. Again, it's... Okay, so this is either because of her time in the incinerator or because it's a resonance field. It's pushing back or something.
I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
That's because your brother, who's the other half of your psychic BS, is standing right on the ground over there.
Are you sure?
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine.
I don't believe you. I don't believe anything anymore.
You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Dude, what do you have? Oh, that's your scarf. I thought he had some crazy anime mask on his face.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
Seven's a cop. He asked the correct question.
I don't have it.
Because Ace got it.
I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
Ace.
What? Who took it?
Ace.
What? Isn't that obvious?
Ace. Or where's Lotus?
I took the gun.
Bach. Oh! Well, the game's all here.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace?
Pretending to be a Bond villain.
Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
And he's gonna be like, crap, I gave you amnesia. Did the drug wear off?
You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that.
Oh, he didn't do it. Cool. What gave him amnesia then? Did Zero do it? Was there a time lapse to it?
You know me, but I don't know you.
Oh, interesting. You don't remember him from when he took the kids through the vent system 10 feet high?
Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
Oh, shut the hell up. Your god complex can go to hell.
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect.
Oh, shut up.
And how do you know that?
Good question.
Junpei just collecting all the timelines in his brain. He's got reading Steiner now.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time we need to go.
Go watch Steins Gate. My roommate made me watch it, and no doubt that anime is brilliant. It was worth being forced to watch it. However, in turn, my recommendation, if you have never seen it, go watch Ergo Proxy. Oh my god, Ergo Proxy. Definitely one of my top 10 now.
First is 1.
Shut up.
Give me your hand. 8. And
9.
with this, 9.
Oh god, he used the Zero bracelet.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
You crap.
I believe I've won this game.
Not yet.
I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Zero probably is 3 steps ahead.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is.
Interesting.
What the hell are you planning, Santa?
He's gonna make a power play. Him and June. They have to.
At any
They
rate,
have to.
This game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending.
Go to hell.
I suggest you enjoy your final moments.
And if you like barbecue, don't worry, you'll get a first-hand experience.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, asshole.
Wait! What? Why isn't it opening?
Hold on. No. I have to do some mental math in my head now. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, that this is all a revenge scheme, as we already know. That means nobody in Cradle Pharmaceuticals is allowed to get out, which means 9 and Ace were never, or Kabuta and Ace were never getting out. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. 2 and 3 is 5, plus 4 is 9, plus 5 is 14, plus... No, hold on. Let me rephrase. Let's start over. Let's do it on the hand. 2, 5, 9, 14, 20, 27... 35 would be a thing of 8. Now with 35 minus 3 would be 32, minus 6 would be 26, and that's still 8. I was thinking maybe the zeros were going to sacrifice themselves and everybody else would add up to 9.
One more time. Now open!
Nada.
No! What is this? Why?
Because we're not playing by your rules anymore, Ace.
That digital route should be 9. It has to be 9.
It doesn't work that way.
Then why? Why isn't it opening? Now!
Oh, 7, you beautiful bastard.
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, 7.
Don't mention it. Just one.
Still going by our code names, huh?
After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces.
Lotus, would you like to learn where your kids were 9 years ago? Oh boy, do we have a fun story for you.
But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
Are you the good cop or the bad cop? How many fingers of his are you gonna break? Can I watch?
9 years ago? Then you must be...
Yeah, the cop.
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
I love you, 7.
Ace, you killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
Uh-oh.
Oh, right. You don't know yet.
The man in the shower room.
All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone.
I cannot believe you killed one of your co-conspirators.
You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted.
Yeah, because it doesn't affect the digital route.
Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route.
Which is such a beautiful concept.
Which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible.
Even though he was your guy.
2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3.
He wouldn't know he killed Nijisaki, he thought he killed Snake. Can't see faces. You'd think he'd see height.
Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem.
He could have ratted you out. He could have told everybody.
He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing.
How can it be more disturbing?
You used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank?
I think we found out the answer to that question, and yes, I did say that after he finished the word prank, which means if there's desync, now's a good time to find out.
You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota, but he was only the first.
Yeah, and the poor thing is, you can't tell. You can only hear voices.
Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki.
No, he thought it was Snake.
Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake.
Zero did that on purpose. Zero made it so Ace killed all of his people without knowing. He would have just seen a captain suit in Snake's clothes.
That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
That's awesome.
That was Nijisaki?
Yeah, and then you're gonna say, and the captain of the boat is gonna be like, what, that was Musashido? What's happening?
How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid.
He doesn't remember any of the kids unless they have some significant thing wrong with them.
But his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me.
Which is a fair assessment.
But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything?
Oh, why indeed?
Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat.
A threat has to be taken out.
Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you
I'm rubbing a fun thumbprint thing. If you can hear metal clacking and stuff, it's a little chain on the thumbprint. Don't ask. It would be spoilers for something.
The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red.
An ARG thing, not like, you know, I'm planning murder or anything.
It over the scanner panel.
Yet.
Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say Snake is still alive?
I mean to say that Snake is literally right here.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead.
Yeah, I figured.
Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
I mean, yeah, experiments 9 years ago were kind of messed up.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death.
Did you kill the captain of the boat?
Clover and I were investigating the chart room. You came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Uh-oh.
I handed it to you, and you left the room.
You recognized Musashida's pocket watch.
You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters.
Son of a bitch!
Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest.
And you didn't even know it was Musashido, did you?
One blow was all it took. And then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
Oh my god.
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote.
Okay.
But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket.
Huh.
It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate.
Yeah, that's very desperate.
But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace.
Yeah. That actually took a little bit.
Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it, but why?
Because he thought that it was the captain.
Because of this.
Oh.
What's with the paper?
Uh-oh.
Just read it.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Number 1.
Uh-oh.
There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal.
Now, did Zero write this, or Musa see it?
The first is to win the Nonary game.
A second is to kill everyone else.
The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past.
Oh, and he wouldn't do that. A revenge scheme with an out that is kill everyone else. Are you actually desperate and psychotic enough?
I've prepared a camera in the captain's quarters.
Fuck!
The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world.
Is this being broadcast right now?
Simply look into the camera and repent.
Has this been broadcast the entire time?
Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps he will confess with you.
Oh no, Ace.
The decision is
You
yours.
messed up.
Do as you please.
You fucked up.
Zero.
You fucked up.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket.
No, you messed up bad.
That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters.
Because you know the layout of the ship.
As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse.
This pain in the ass
My
since
plan was
minute
to find
one.
the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set.
How did the other two connect to this?
At least, that was the plan.
How does this continue in Virtue's last reward and zero time dilemma?
Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
I can't wait to see this crap.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
God, Ace, you're pathetic.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation.
Which made it even easier for you, didn't it?
I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was.
God, you're psychotic. God, you're pathetic.
I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet, in many ways.
God, how pathetic of an idiot you are.
Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake.
It's almost like if you kill... Oh my god, if he killed all of them, it was still going to get broadcast around the world, didn't it? No matter what, he doesn't get away with it. He can either confess, or he wins the nonary game, but the cameras catch all.
There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back.
Tell me this is being broadcast.
Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap.
Because people who are in a corner act out in stupid ways. I don't want to say eager, I want to say, not exasperated. I can't think of the word right now.
Yes. Yes. This was a trap.
Pretty much when you're just forced into a corner, you always make dumb decisions. It's Firefly.
It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
You're still assuming it's a guy!
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands.
And they were bad people, they deserved it.
All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago.
And it's awesome.
That's why this nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Uh-oh.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa.
We know you're Zero, and then June stands up and just goes, Sup!
Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right?
This was not my plan.
After all, the person who planned the nonary game this time around was Zero. And Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh?
So Santa's Zero? Like confirmed? It's not June?
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh?
Is it still June? Is it a duo thing?
Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki.
Still not saying he's Zero though.
I was one of the kids in the nonary game 9 years ago.
Still not confirming he's Zero.
I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's two things you got wrong.
I am not Zero.
Number one, I ain't Zero.
Duh, so it's June.
What?
Or it's Lotus as revenge for her kids.
Wait, what? Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary.
It's June!
But an assistant's only an assistant.
I was right the entire time. I'm not second guessing myself. It's June, hands down. It's June.
I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
June.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
June.
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say two things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago.
Okay.
That's why this nonary game happened.
So why did it happen?
But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose.
What are you talking about?
There's another reason you guys were playing the nonary game.
What?
To save someone.
Double what?
Save someone?
Right.
The mummy?
You were brought here to help my sister.
Oh! You mean June?
To save Akane.
You mean June?
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What? What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? Ugh! Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
Do you have separate timeline memories, dude?
Seven! What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
Oh, this can only go so well. By the way, where am I on the flowchart? Okay. We're actually getting there.
What was the nonary project?
Psychic kids, crazy resonant field bullshit.
I'm sure you know
Morphogenic
already, but I'll tell you
resonance.
one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon?
You didn't realize you could ride a Snorlax like a Totoro in Let's Go? Oh, can you? That's cool. I'll play these pookie mans.
Two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information?
Did she psychically tell you that she's still alive?
That was what this experiment was conducted to determine.
Okay, what is June? What is June? Why are we here?
There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic.
A big, big love.
They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic.
Okay, now, no offense to Ace, but show me the proof that they didn't just solve the puzzles on their own while on the Gigantic. Tell me it had anything to do with the field.
The transmitters were put in Building Q,
Prove it to me.
and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake.
Oh crap, a transmitter and a receiver were put on the boat.
Akane was a transmitter.
Oh shit.
She should have been in Building Q. However, For some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me.
Yeah, so a transmitter and a receiver were on the boat together.
Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
I kinda don't.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb.
I'm not. I'm actually dumb.
You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't.
Okay. Santa, I swear to God, if you tell me this is some sleepaway camp bullshit, if you tell me that I'm Akane...
How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in?
Right! Right! No! Hold on! No, he's right. This over here should be the shower. No. This is the shower. Secluded from any other timeline. So how are we here getting that information?
How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
Reading Steiner! He knew, because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two like an upside-down Y. Is this Akane talking? The river flows from the top to the bottom, form a single stream into two branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backward. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backward. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. What is happening? I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the ninth letter of the alphabet. Kintaro, right? Is that the person who wrote this game? I'm looking this up real quick. Hold on. I'm about to get very mad. Very, very fast. Lose the last bit of my... No, I don't want the fucking Selena Gomez song. I don't know what that is. Actually, I know my rephrase. I know who Selena Gomez is. I watch Wizards of Waverly Place every once in a while. I don't know who Camillo is. Alright, Kotaro. Kotaro, what is wrong with you? You gotta chill out, dude. You have to calm the fuck down. But I am also Zero. Which is an O, and then it becomes I-O, or input, output, and fucking computers, and... No, that's not true. I'm not really Zero. Not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than Zero. Oh my god, this is the Akane from 9 years ago. Zero is my future. Oh my god, it's the Akane from 9 years ago. In 9 years, I will be Zero. Where'd she go? June. No, Akane. Is this bitch fucking astral projecting herself into the future? Where did you go?
Santa!
Why is Clover? Oh, shit.
Freeze.
Santa's got the gun. I see no problem with this. Just let him fucking blow the guy's brains out. I see no problem with this situation. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Just let him kill Ace. Just let Gentaro die. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he's liking that gun in his face.
Get up.
Uh-oh. Sure isn't about to take that gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think he would. I would either, but he just looks drained. Guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but...
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
I don't know. He can't get through any number of doors, just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus.
Bitch, what?
It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
Yeah, okay, sure. Okay. That's it? It's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. Are we all gonna unlock our morphogenic fields? And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. Unless we solve the room! They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. Seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. See if this door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
I mean, I figured.
You mean we're trapped?
Again.
So it would seem.
Again.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Get his sister back?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
But if he wants us to save June, he wouldn't do it.
No, you can't be serious.
Oh, but he is. Shit. We gotta do something. Maybe we can still get out through door 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright. We can do this. I've just gotta... No. It's not gonna work. There's no way. 5 of us can't open this door. 2 plus 5, or 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 26, which is 2 plus 6 equals 8. Yeah, but you could at least get 4 people out. The cop could sacrifice himself for the greater good. Then you would... No. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. Ludus, for the sake of your children, you're gonna have to sacrifice your life. Is there any combination that'll work? Yeah, Lotus has to die.
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
I've already done the math, Clover. 4, 5, and 2, 7 both create 9, which together would just be 18, which again just equals 9. Sure, why not? I don't think I'm ever going to need them ever again. Certainly it looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations. A lot of them. Oh man, she doesn't look very happy. Well, hey, no need to be ripping pages out like that. God.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
Alright, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe 9 can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see. Called it. So is that the only way? That sucks. Sorry, Lotus.
What? And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she'd figure it out, though. This is just too cruel.
It's okay. Go.
Oh, love you, girl.
Lotus.
You're the best.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
You're probably around my age.
Don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Oh, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
Without, if you're not...
Oh, my canon couple has become a thing. My headcanon, my ship.
Look, it'd be bad, alright?
Oh, the ship is real. For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
Bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is 31. She is my age.
If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
I mean, well, oh. The same way the kids escaped.
You're all idiots.
Ah, baka. Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry.
That being said, however, I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
So it's just a dummy door.
Huh? Why?
It's probably coded specifically. Oh, I think I figured it out. It was always going to open for Santa. He's a 0.
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier at the Red.
I honestly think that the reason why the door opened is not because it had a digital root of 9 at the end, but because it recognized the 2 zeros. It had Akane and Santa's bracelets.
Oh, yeah.
No! What is this? Why? The digital root should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Because you're either bad at math or because it would never open for somebody like you.
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
It's not. It is the exit specifically for zeros.
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
It's an emergency exit in case they get out, they get stuck in the incinerator. And Ace got pulled along specifically. This is my thought process. I'm going to assume that the 3 bracelets used were Akane, Santa, and Ace's. 2 of those are confirmed. Because Santa was the Secretary of 0, we'll just assume that his number is infinity, pretty much. It could be anything, he would always work. I don't remember if that was disproven in an earlier episode. But how I'm going to say this is that Akane and Santa's bracelets together just instantly avoid the digital root situation, and the door opens. The reason why they scanned Ace is because if they didn't, and they registered, if the next room registered a bracelet that was not used in the red, he would blow up. And that's not proper revenge. Santa has to pull the trigger himself. So he's making sure that Ace stays along and alive for the perfect ending to Ace's life. And an explosion does not cut it. It has to be painful. It has to be slow. It has to be some redo of healer bullshit. It has to be a crazy person's RP is what I'm saying. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9.
You were right.
And yet it doesn't work.
It ain't opening.
Yeah.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital root was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Or perhaps it's some other thing entirely that you guys are not thinking about. Shit. If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to that hole Seven popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. Is this actually? Game? Game! I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him and we became one. Inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind, 9 years in the future. The bomb had to go off to sync the two moments. But I didn't lose myself. Again, my honest assumption is that the number 9 is prevalent because it helps connect everything. It keeps a constant door open into the resonant field. I was living in 2 realities at once. Oh shit! I just checked the top right corner. That's fucking cool. Akane vision. One was at the present, and the other was in the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. That's some Fight Club shit right there. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
Is that? I was gonna say, that's not Lotus, but that's definitely gotta be Lotus's kid. It looks just like her. That was my brother Aoi. He was yelling. So how many of these kids show up in the next game? Wait a minute, the fucking title card for the Nunnery games has a pink-haired girl. Look for an center and the girl in the short alls. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Are we retroactively going to change the past so that she didn't get burned in the incinerator? Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got in a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It had been 2 hours since the nunnery game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. Yagami? He was blind. 9 years later, he would call him Snake.
Hello, everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. What the hell's going on outside the door this time? The fights died down, and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important to me.
Right now, she is over in Building Q and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Would you stop with the fucking number? Kentaro, stop! As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers. You are a lucky motherfucker.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me, and I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember.
1. The people in Building Q are working alongside us, so please try to sync up with your brother or sister.
We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another.
No, what we need is danger, according to Ace.
If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way.
Ace would like to differ.
Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words.
What the fuck is a leaf word?
So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected.
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer. It opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. And for long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had a number 9, but this time it was only the 1. But if there was only 1 door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already, and Ace pulled his trump card because he's an asshole. Warning.
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes.
Because you're such a piece of crap.
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
My brother Aoi swallowed hard and answered.
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator. And that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
Am I in a different part of the flowchart, or am I still in the incinerator only section of the flowchart?
No! Help me!
No. Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Thank you, Junko. Then, High up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Aoi, Snake, and 7. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nuna had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized.
Oh no, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
Oh no! No. Did she get kidnapped after the rabbit scene? The rabbit flashback? When did she get taken? I knew I had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then had I dropped it as we slid out? No, don't go back, please. I had to go back. Fuck. I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
Oh. It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back toward the stairs in freedom, the door to the incinerator opened, and a man stepped out. It was Hongoi. Jintaro Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked like mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
We must continue the experiment.
Dude! What is wrong with you? I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
No! Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
I hope he dies. I hope Santa shoots his elbows and his ankles and his spine with 5 bullets. and leaves the gun sitting there on the ground next to Ace as he's crippled, quadriplegic. And I hope we walk off this ship and leave him to be blown up and sink to the bottom of the goddamn ocean. He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
And suddenly, the door to the stairs flew open, and my brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt toward Hongo.
You came back!
I cried out. But then,
You're too late, idiot.
Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. Force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, and behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo. This is actually, like, upsetting me. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering it that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
No! I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. Where am I? Holy shit!
Help me!
Okay, we're finishing this fucking flashback and then we're stopping this episode. My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning. Emergency Incineration Command has been acknowledged.
'Cause he's an asshole.
Incineration will begin in...
Oh, crap! Okay, yeah, okay. Sure, we're now in Junpei vision. This is gonna get weird, I think. Alright, yeah. Next time on Let's Play 999. Fuck me, I don't think we're finishing this today. Escape the incinerator, I guess? I don't know. I don't know what is happening anymore. Even more so than normal. I mean, June is 0. Confirmed. I was right. I'm a genius. But that means nothing. Because she's doing it from the past? What? So, hey, if you like this insanity as much as I'm, you know, God, I should have smoked or taken something before fucking recording today. Yeah, if you liked what you saw, the insane child experiments and stuff, first, what is wrong with you? And second, leave a like, comment, and all that stuff. Or hit dislike. Tell me how I'm doing. Tell me how much I suck. Just give feedback. We're chill. Yeah, Patreon, Twitch, Twitter links, the description below. I am the Let's Play Princess. I'm signing off. And this game is madness. Like, just absolute insane madness. Peace and love to you all as always.